Hi guys, welcome to today's pick a card reading. I'm using all tarot today. It is a weekly energy update. So let's have a look at what's going on for you this week in your love life. So please feel free to pause the video and meditate if you haven't chosen your group. If you would like a private reading with me, it's £20 for 20 minutes. You get your reading in 24 hours. Let's go. Okay, so hi number ones, how are you doing? So this is a weekly energy update in no particular order. I don't really think they will necessarily be in any order. They're saying they are in an order and they're the opposite to what I've said, but anyway, don't worry, I'll read them from bottom to top then. Okay. Right, so what's happening? We've got 6 and 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Emperor and the Devil. Just taking the energies in, just listening to what they're saying. There's a great sense this week of pride, of positivity. There's a sense in love this week that the 6 of Wands, this is an intuitive read by the way, so please don't freak out about my weird interpretation of the cards. There's a fair amount of ego going on in this situation. So if it's you on your own, it may be you, it might be the person coming towards you. If you are in a relationship, it could be either of you. There's a sense of pride, there's a sense of getting somewhere, there's a sense of achievement, but it's quite a pushy achievement. There could be a fair amount of raucous behaviour as well. Let me explain. The 6 of Wands is like, you know, a sense of having made it, feeling victorious, feeling like, yes, I've done it, I've got there, I'm doing well, you know, and feeling pleased with yourself. This is because I've put them down the wrong way, the guides say. This is how we start the week. There's this sense of, yeah, I've made it, I'm doing really well. I think that this person is getting confidence because they've been out with friends or and amongst family, maybe during the holiday time. There's a sense of having really kind of like made it, like they're feeling good about themselves, but it's almost bordering on a bit egoic. This could be someone going out drinking, getting it almost a little bit out of control. There's a sense of like it's gone to their head, they're a bit overly proud of themselves or something like that. You know, it's almost a bit, I would say, you know, a bit full of themselves. There's a little bit of overconfidence here. The 7 of Wands here intuitively is 7 of Wands is about like standing your ground and battling and you know, having to kind of fight a little and having to kind of go out there on your own in order to have a win. But I feel really that this isn't so much that for this situation, it's that it's just kind of like battling against people for no reason almost. It's like a pushy, you know, someone kind of showing off or someone being a bit difficult. This is entirely intuitive, by the way. This is really super intuitive. This is the Emperor is like a masculine energy. It's neither positive nor negative, the Emperor. It's just a sense of masculinity and masculine power. I feel it is a little dysfunctional here. It's getting a little bit bolshy, a little bit out of control. It's because there's a fair amount of devil energy here. There's a fair amount of old template kind of, and by that I mean like outdated ideas of how a male should behave or a male energy should behave. So things are getting a little bit pushy, a little bit difficult, a little bit trapped, a bit of bondage going on here. You know, it's that sort of, like I said, it's all of this sort of ego-based energy, this feeling a bit overconfident, a bit too proud, a bit too, it's sort of like a show off. And this is the energy this week. And I know this sounds like a person, and it may well be a person, but this is the energy around this situation, your weekly energy update around your situation. There's almost a sense of masculinity got a bit out of control, a bit too much, a little bit too much overconfidence. The situation's kind of maybe got a little bit out of hand. It's all got a little bit raucous. It feels to me a bit like partying, pushiness. It's a bit boisterous for sure. So I definitely think that this week things have kind of got a little bit crazy. Now, it may well be that people involved in who've chosen number one, that there may well be that this is some sort of release after a difficult time, because I definitely could see that would be possible. But there's no doubt it's quite a boisterous energy. Yeah, and if you pick this with a person in mind, I feel like most of you have, because I've kind of, the energy update is really an energy update on a person, isn't it? Not a situation. But if it is a situation and you're single and you're looking for an energy update, then this is kind of like the energy around you. So, I mean, for sure, if you're looking at this as a situation, the cautionary tale is the devil. Don't get drawn into egoic behavior, like partying too much, like being too too proud, feeling, being too pushy, being too full on. So that's if you're looking at it from a situation point of view, this is kind of the ego energy that's going on around you at the moment, and this is either what to look out for in someone else or to look out for in yourself. Thank you so much, number ones. I will see you on tomorrow's reading or a private reading in the meantime. Hi, number twos. How are you doing? So this is a weekly energy update. So we've got the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, Judgment, 10 of Swords, and 9 of Coins. Okay, so we've got a double 5 at the beginning of this week. This can be any time, by the way. It's a timeless reading, just whenever you choose to watch it. It's roughly a week from now onwards. Now being whenever you are watching it. Okay, you've got a double 5. You're in for some change and some transformation. There's some shifting going on. It's a positive thing. It's a very, very positive thing. I do see there's some endings, some pain and some difficulty has been going on around you, and it is continuing to go on around you. I don't feel like all of this is happening in this week. There's a lot. This is a lot to be going on in 1 week, but I suspect that this has already been going on for a bit, and this is kind of just a snapshot of a part of the situation. There's a lot of battling to transform. This is a creative battle. The 5 of Wands is a creative battle. It's about trying to kind of, I feel like really it's about trying to find your own way. But it can be about working hard at work. I understand that this is, obviously this is a love energy update, but the love situation may well be going on at work. Yeah, so that's possible with this 5 of Wands, because they're just saying to me it could be something to do with work. So for some of you, work is relevant, or work and how much you've got on at work, or how much your other person has got on at work. This could all be significant. But I'm trying to keep it general and not make it about people who are in a relationship or whatever. But there's change going on. It's a very positive change. It's helping to create this new situation. It's like battling it out. It's like you're trying to work things out either within your own mind or with somebody else. But there is a sort of a bit of a struggle for transformation, but you are wanting to transform, you are wanting to change. There's something that's been bothering you for a long time. You're still grieving something, or something's still bothering you, and you really do feel like, do you know what, I want to move on from this. I want to be able to get over it. I want to be able to move on to whoever is meant for me, whatever is meant for me. You know, and I want this to happen. I will tell you that the energies are shifting. This situation is changing around you. This energy is changing around you, because you have got the Judgment card. So this is a real positive change, a realization, a bit of a breakthrough, a bit of an aha. Things are shifting for you. You are going to get an opportunity to kind of have some sort of change, rebirth, a new situation that will make all the difference to your situation. And even though maybe things have felt to be dragging along and have felt a bit difficult, you don't need to worry, because actually what is happening with this Judgment card is that it will speed everything up. It will move everything along. There's a real opportunity coming. There's an opportunity for something new, something great. I feel like this 5 energy is kind of uncomfortable. It's not really painful. It's just uncomfortable. And it's like it's something trying to transform, and it's been trying and it's been trying and it's been trying. But then you get the Judgment. You get an opportunity. However, to begin with, it might look like a loss, because it's 10 of Swords, so it's painful. It's pretty much the worst, one of the worst feeling cards in the deck. So you may feel a real sense of loss. You may feel like it's the end of the world. It's not. It's the beginning of something brilliant and new. You know, if you feel this loss this week, or you feel, it could just be a loss as in, you know, you give up on an idea, or you feel like, you know I need to surrender something. Or it could be an actual physical, you know, you lose something, you know, it can be a breakup, or it can be an argument, or whatever. But whatever this pain is that you are experiencing, it could have already come in, you know, it could already be in your life. It's not necessarily that it's coming in. So you might know that what it is that this tremendous pain is about. But what they're trying to tell you with this week's energy update is that this difficult situation, this big pain here, is shifting this energy that's been trying to change for ages. And this is a great opportunity, and look what it brings. New abundance, a chance to reap the rewards for all your hard work. Now, obviously, it's the nine of coins, so this can be about material, financial abundance, but it is a love energy update. So this is about renewed possibility in love. This is about renewed energy in love. So this is fantastic, because, you know, this 10 of Swords is really clearing out the energies, and it's allowing this Judgment card, you know, this Judgment card, sorry, is allowing for this new beginning, this new start, this kind of new opportunity, and it's going to be really abundant. Thank you so much, number 2s. I will see you on a private reading or on tomorrow's reading. Hi, number 3s. How are you doing? I hope you're really well. So, let's have a look. This is the weekly energy update. So we've got King of Swords, 7 of Swords, Knight of Wands, the World, and the King of Wands. Right, it is possible that you've got a few different people in this situation. You could have the King of Swords, you could have the Knight of Wands, you could have the King of Wands. The energy update is there's a lot of personality going on here. You could also be dealing with someone who kind of changes their personality a lot. If you're single, it might be that there's quite a few different people kind of offering you different opportunities. What I would say, I'm trying to keep this general without going into each card individually yet. I would say that these 3 people, if they are 3 people or 3 faces to these people, none of these people are really in it for the long haul emotionally. We've got the King of Swords. He's kind of detached. He's kind of cool. He's not fully invested. The Knight of Wands is really passionate. He's really kind of attractive. He looks like he's going to be the rescuer here, but you know what, he only stays around for 5 minutes. The King of Wands isn't much better, because although the King of Wands is more mature than the Knight of Wands, and he's more stable, and he's not rushing off anywhere particularly, but you know what, he's more focused and more interested in his work or his hobby or whatever than he is in you. So if you're single and you've got these three kind of people, or these could be just symbols for, you know, you having a lot of people around you who just kind of don't seem to want to invest in you. The key here is interesting, because you've got these three people, then you've got the Seven of Swords, and you've got the World. So I feel like this situation can be completed. You can let go of this old situation where you've got these people who just don't really want to invest, or this person who wears these many faces who doesn't want to invest. Because it could be a person as well. If it's a person, this person is kind of very passionate, very attractive. You feel completely drawn to them. They're very alluring. They're extremely charming. They come rushing towards you every now and again, promising you the earth. But then they become very cold and detached when they feel like it. And where can they be found? With their head at work or on some sort of other project, you know. So they're kind of emotionally unavailable, I think, is the way I would describe this person. Or it's a variety of people that really, this variety of people just symbolizes the fact that there's no one around who really wants to invest. I think to some extent this could be the problem. This Seven of Swords is someone who is up in their head, someone who is kind of acting from an egoic sense. This is intuitive, by the way. Acting from an egoic sense. They've got a barrier up. They're wearing a false mask. They're not being authentic. They're not putting their heart and soul into it. If you've got a person or people around you who are not investing, what they're asking you to consider is, are you investing? Now, I know a lot of you will be screaming at me now and be like, Kat, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? I'm giving my whole self. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Are you doing it from a spiritually open-hearted, intuitive place, or are you doing it from the ego? I know some of you are going to hate me for this, and I'm going to get loads of really bad comments, but you know, sometimes the truth is a little bit of a sting. If you are being like a martyr, or you're feeling sorry for yourself, or you're telling people how much this person or these people, what freaks they are, or how hard they're being, or how difficult they are. Do you know what I mean? This is still egoic, and it's drama. If you are creating a drama about the drama they're creating, that makes you no better than them. You know, in terms of energy. So this could be creating a circular problem for you. I'm not normally that harsh. It feels harsh. But some of you are saying, do you know what, Kat? I'm fed up with these people that won't, like, commit. And I feel like I can't get anywhere. And I just want to know the truth. Do you know what? But you've got a beautiful, beautiful situation coming. Because the World is a fantastic, because it's like the fool's journey ends. It's like, oh, I get it now. I'm able to leave behind all that difficult stuff and move to something absolutely brilliant, absolutely amazing, a new level of understanding, greater spiritual understanding, greater self-understanding, and a new beginning that is so much better than anything I've had so far. This is what's coming for you guys. Just all I meant by this was, by the way, if anyone's offended, I apologize profusely. But the truth is, all I'm saying is that you can only attract what you are. That's all I'm saying. So if you have a false mask on, if you are being very dramatic, I'm not saying you are, I'm saying if. Some of you, this will not apply to. Some of you will have clicked on the wrong reading, or will have chosen the wrong group. But for those of you who do resonate with this, all they're saying is that all the time you are coming from your mind, you're analysing what you're doing before you do it. You're trying to play a game with them or trying to work out how to best get the best result, i.e. you're not coming from the heart authentically. Then you will get people who equally don't come from the heart or don't come authentically towards you. It just stands to reason, doesn't it? Okay? So it's not your fault. It's not like that. It's the universe and the energy is not about blame. It's just about attraction. You know, so if you are guarded and you are in your head and you have a barrier up, you attract other people who are in their head, on their guard, and have a barrier up. Okay? Thank you so much, number 3s. Hope you don't all want to kill me. Hi, number 4s. How are you doing? I hope you're really well. So let's have a look at your weekly energy update. So, weekly energy update for number 4s. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of moving on going on here. There's a lot of things are starting to shift. If you felt like your person or your situation has been quite stuck, things are starting to shift. We've got the Chariot. This is triumph. This is movement forwards. Things are shifting. Things are moving. That said, things are a little bit unstable. Things are still a little bit shaky. You are going to have to remain focused. You know, things may not be quite, things will have started to shift and you'll have noticed that things have started to shift, but they might not be kind of stable yet. It might feel like it's still a bit shaky. It might feel a little bit unknown. It might feel a little bit still like you're kind of charging into the future a little bit blind. I think it's possible that some of you are experiencing within your situation, whether it's you or someone that you're associated with, a sense of having to move on from something really difficult. So it's a shaky moving on. It's not easy, but the moving on is happening. Excuse me, I've got an itch on my foot. Obviously, that's not normally how I sit when I'm doing a reading. Then we've got the Star. So there is an opportunity here. The wish that you have, this desire that you have, there is hope here, there is chance here. There's a renewed sense of hope, there's a renewed sense of possibility. There's a sense that the Chariot is moving towards the Star. Things are moving forwards. There is going to be an opportunity. However, at the minute, I think that you probably, if you've chosen number 4, you can see that there's an opportunity. You can see that there's a possibility. There's something there. You can kind of feel it, but it's not fully manifested yet. And it's not going to manifest this week. And you are not surprised by that, I know, because you know there's still stuff to do. Someone in the situation is still clinging on to what they have. Someone is still feeling a bit afraid to invest in the situation, afraid to invest in the relationship, afraid to move forwards. They think that they've got a lot to lose. They're frightened of what they might lose. The truth is that they're actually in a better position than they realize, but actually it's just difficult. So this could be you, it could be someone else in the situation. If you're single and this isn't you, it could be energies around you. Don't forget that even though sometimes I talk about it like a couple or a situation that involves more than one person, if you're single, generally, you know, someone's energy is coming in before they arrive. You know, so sometimes, you know, this can tell you something about the person that's going to be arriving in your life. However, if this person is arriving in your life, it's not going to be anytime soon, I don't think, because we've got the Hermit, you know. So the situations are moving forwards, but because of the Hermit, I don't see it coming right now. I don't see it manifesting right now. There's a new opportunities coming, but the Hermit is about taking a step away, stepping back, going within, finding the inner light, kind of withdrawing and refocusing and going within, finding some quiet solitude, finding that stillness inside. It is about being more authentic, though. It is about finding your true self, and I do think that that's really what's going on. Things can't move forward until people or situations are more authentic, and there's still some clearing, there's still some healing. Somebody is still holding on to something. This could be this person's, or this could be somebody else. Somebody's trying to walk away from something that is difficult to walk away from. This is an 8. It's a positive change to move away from this situation, because this situation is not doing this person any good anymore. But it is still challenging to have to move away from it. There's no doubt that it is difficult. It is painful. It's hard to move on from this. But move on they will, or move on you will if it's you. And you will start to see some opportunity, some hope that things will resolve, as well as some movement forwards this week. But it is going to take a bit longer before you actually see it manifest in your life. Thank you so much, number 4s. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's reading or on a private reading in the meantime. See you later, guys.